A very pleasant good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to the closing ceremony of the Republic Bank GCA Under 19 Cricket Tournament 2016. Our presentation party, I'd like to present this afternoon Mr. Kit Johnson, Managing Director of Republic Bank Grenada Limited, Mr. Dwain Gill, President of the Grenada Cricket Association, and Mr. Raphael Croney of the Ministry of Youth and Sport. Other officials, a very pleasant good afternoon to you, teams. First of all, I'd like to call on Mr. Dwain Gill, President of the Grenada Cricket Association, to give brief remarks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cummins. Mr. Keith Johnson, Managing Director, Republic Bank Grenada Limited. Mr. Raphael Croney, Representative for the Ministry of Sports. World Champions, Miss Affy Fletcher and Mr. Andre Fletcher. Mr. Junior Murray, former West Indies player. Members of the cricketing fraternity. Members of the Ministry of Education, schools, players, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Grenada Cricket Association, I would first like to congratulate both teams for giving us what was a wonderful final here today at Progress Park. Round of applause for both teams. Well, there could have only been one winner, and we must, of course, congratulate the St. David's team, who were well coached by Mr. Rondell John and well led by Mr. Ryan John. Congratulations to St. David. Of course, St. Andrew would have won last year, so they have a feeling of what it means to be in the championship seat. So, of course, they played pretty well today, and we want to congratulate them as well. This tournament, again, this year was a tremendous success with 6 teams participating, and the standard of cricket we would have seen would have improved as we went on in the tournament, and we are happy today to see a wonderful final. I just would also want to mention or welcome to the head table of sorts, Mr. Andre Fletcher, and of course, Mr. Affy Fletcher as well. I want to take this opportunity to thank, first and foremost, the Board of Directors, management and staff of Republic Bank Grenada Limited, who came on board last year and would have continued this year as the title sponsor of this tournament. Without them, this tournament would not have been possible. So we want to extend heartfelt thanks to Mr. Keith Johnson and Republic Bank Grenada Limited. We also want to thank all of those who have contributed to the success of the tournament, the Ministry of Sports, and all of those. We want to thank the officials, the scorers, umpires, the ground staff. We want to thank the media for covering the tournament and really highlighting our players on television, radio, and newspaper. And finally, we want to thank the players for giving of your best for training and for coming here and giving us a wonderful tournament. And our hope is that you will continue training with a view of getting selection for the National Under 19 team, because we have the Windwards tournament in late July. In fact, at the end of this session here today, Mr. Cummins will announce the 19 members selected to continue training with a view of making that team. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a wonderful day, and all that is left for me to do is thank everyone for coming out, and hopefully we'll see you back here again next year, and hopefully we'll see Mr. Johnson as well and Republic Bank Grenada Limited. Thank you very much.
At this time, we'll call on Mr. Johnson, Marketing Director, Republic Bank Grenada, to give brief remarks.
Thank you very much, Mr. Master of Ceremonies. Good afternoon, fellow members of the presentation party. match officials, cricket officials, the fans, members of the media, and most importantly, the finalists. It was indeed another wonderful tournament, and we had a very fitting final to crown it off. To win a match with just 1 wicket to spare is super exciting and always adrenaline pumping. So I want to say, like the president, congrats to both teams for giving us a wonderful final, but a special congratulations to the winners, St. David, the Croney defending champions, St. Andrew. You know, it's always good when you have new champions emerging rather than one team dominating. And it gives the losing finalists some more inspiration to train harder, to work harder, and come again next year. We also want to thank and congratulate all the other teams which participated in the tournament and wish them better luck next year. Hopefully, like St. David, we'll see a new one in the finals. Republic Bank is always happy to assist in the development of youth and sport, and on this occasion, it's in cricket. Well, what we are extremely pleased to see this afternoon is the presence of not just the 2 world champions, Afi Fletcher and Andre Fletcher, but the fact that the winning team was captained by a member of the victorious West Indies under-19 team, Ryan John. And like him and Emmanuel Short, who made the West Indies touring party this year, many of you will go on to represent Grenada in the under-19s, and by your performance should be recognized to represent the Windwards and hopefully go on to represent the West Indies. This is at the under-19 level, but of course, that is just the beginning. I'm sure many of you aspire to be representing the senior teams, and we look forward to the day when you will join the ranks of Junior Murray, who's here, Raw Lewis, Devon Smith, and more recently, Andre Fletcher, and I think DeLon Pascal as well. So congrats to everyone involved in the tournament, and particularly to the champions. Thank you.
At this time, we'll call on Mr. Raphael Croney from the Ministry of Youth and Sports, also to give brief remarks.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Mr. Dwain Gill, President, Grenada Cricket Association. Mr. Keith Johnson, Managing Director, Republic Bank. Cricket officials, the Grenada Cricket Associations, players. I also most recognize our 2 world champion, Andre Fletcher, Afi Fletcher. It certainly is a very pleasant occasion. This afternoon we have witnessed what almost went down to what we saw on Sunday gone. Repeat of a very close finals. And I think we should compliment both teams in terms of how they have performed. Very good finals. We should put our hands together for both teams. We want to recognize St. David's, who would have won the championship this year, led by Ryan John. Again, we need to compliment them because I think they played very well. St. Andrews would have fought, even though it was not a big score. But I think they really fought to make St. David's work to achieve that total of 133 for victory. Let me say that, again, we need to put our hands together to the Grenada Cricket Association. This tournament was well run, and we need to really compliment them for the way that they have run this tournament. As was said by the president, the officials, the umpires, I think we didn't have any hiccup. It was of a pretty good standard, and we need to recognize the umpires. We need to recognize the scorers, and we can boast that we have scorers here that is very efficient, of a high level. And in discussion with the president, when we look at what happened in the Windwards, we can boast that we have tremendous scorers here. And we want to thank the scorers for the work that they have done. The groundsmen that we seem not to sometimes forget, who would have made sure that we had proper wickets to play on. We need to compliment the groundsmen for the work that they have done. I think all the wickets would have played well, and really there was no issue in terms of the fields that we were able to play on. And today's finals is an indication of the quality of wicket and fields that we would have played on. We at the ministry are very pleased. We are very happy that we were able to get the support that was necessary to make sure this tournament was played effectively. And, you know, really I just want to thank everybody that played a part. And we continue to be very supportive of any sporting activity that has been held. And last but not least, the importance of the sponsor, which make this competition a reality. We want to thank Republic Bank for the continued work in the development of sports in Grenada. I now take this opportunity to thank everyone and to encourage the players. Now you have just concluded this tournament. We have a major Windward Islands tournament coming up in the space of within 2 months. And you now have to begin to work hard. We're going to our next level, and therefore I want to encourage you, continue training very hard, especially the 19 that have been selected. You now have to begin in a serious way your training. Don't wait until the coaches call you, but you begin to do your physical and make sure that you are ready. So when called upon, that you can perform at the highest level. We have seen a couple of our players who have reached the highest level, and they would have went through that. Andre Fletcher, who once captain St. David's, he's here with us today, and we have realized that he reached the highest level. And therefore, there's an opportunity for you to go on. So I just want to encourage all of you and really thank all those who have made this competition a reality, and I do wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much.